Here, I'll do an open. Ready? Pew, pew, pew. Something. Manscaped. Question mark?
Welcome in, Nation Real Life. Wanye's here. Jay's here.
Good intro, bro.
Hell of an intro.
Great intro, everybody.
It'll be in part of the lost episodes.
Was that a Manscaped ad? We'll never know.
You're going to open to that?
I think I might just leave it.
It's pretty good.
I'm down. Okay, for sure. Well, you're the
You
perfectionist.
should
so I
make
wasn't
that
sure.
the intro. And retroactively go to Manscaped and say, we've been repping you for 4 episodes.
Wait, can you just say oodle noodle quickly?
Oodle noodle.
Perfect.
That's all you need.
Just plop that over.
Or are you just going to cut it right
company? And then the ad reads work, baby. Bag Milk's back at home because he's verified and said, I'm not coming into the office to sit with you peasants anymore.
Yeah, I've got $8. So that just makes me better than you, really.
Or can you not afford the gas money to get down here anymore because of the $8 spend?
I'm living lush over here, pal.
$8, that's like 3 liters of gas for the old Alfa Romeo.
Let's do predictions.
I love that car.
Right off.
I got in it this morning and it was so cold outside. It was like minus 20, whatever. And just instantly everything goes, would you want that heated on? Do you want that heated on? I'm like, yes. And I'm pushing all kinds of buttons and warming up. It's beautiful. I love that car. Shout out to Alfa Romeo of Edmonton.
You wanted to do predictions?
Fancy boy. Do you think in 10 years, people will look back and say Elon Musk did a good buy buying Twitter?
No.
Yes.
10 years out.
Yes.
That's a long time.
Yes.
Why, Tyler? I'm curious.
I think right now in the moment, it's just such a shit show, you know?
But maybe it's a shit show. It's a planned shit show.
Interest is up in Twitter.
Uh-huh. People are talking about Twitter.
Really?
What do you think, Bag Milk? Do you think 10 years from now, they'll say it was a good buy?
10 years from now, if he actually executes some of the ideas he has to moves the platform closer to what like a WeChat is in China, then absolutely 100%.
Jay?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Twitter was renowned for being a place where people were all about like work-life balance and bring your dog to cat day and all this crazy shit. They were not known for doing much in the way of work. And I feel like Elon showing up and having the operation and then trying to do new shit that their old leadership team would never have done because they were just so heavily invested in business as usual. Twitter never made money.
Never. It was burning 4 million a day, wasn't it?
Currently, yeah. Like over the long run, like since it went public, it's basically only made money 2 years out of however many. And they're very wasteful. And I think that when you have such widespread adoption as Twitter, if you can get people to do one extra thing, that other thing could be 90% of your money. We never buy Twitter ads.
I am slightly concerned about like in short term though, like just we're talking about short term of some of the legal experts that have voiced their concerns about privacy issues that Elon doesn't seem to care about right now.
Yeah. That's what I say. I make that noise. Yeah. Have you ever bought anything off a Twitter ad, Jay?
No.
Exactly. If you
Instagram ads, yes.
And Facebook ads, yes. And Google ads many times.
Yeah, oh yeah, Google ads for sure.
What?
Push your little mic sock down. There you go.
Oh.
I didn't want that to make you sound fuzzy.
Thank you.
Okay.
I bought off Google many times. I bought off Facebook many times. Insta sometimes. Never off Twitter. Well, if he can fix that.
What about Mastodon?
Oh yeah, I'm a big
Mastodon
social
sucks
guy.
so bad.
Check out Oilers Nation on Mastodon. Bag Milk is proactive and plugged into the scene.
Yeah.
And we're there.
We're there. We're on it. It's just that if that is what people are banking on to be the replacement for Twitter, we have got a long way to go because it sucks real bad.
I am mostly into buying my pillows off of Truth Social. That's where I do most of my e-commerce.
Parlor. You're a big parlor guy.
Big parlor guy. Yeah. I saw the other day in the news, and we don't talk about politics and stuff like that. I'm just saying this because it's funny, but Trump put on Truth Social. Yeah, a huge month for Truth Social. They say we're bigger than Facebook and Instagram and the rest of them.
That is the most Trump statement ever.
Like, what do you mean you're bigger than? Like, never mind.
The rest of them, and who's them?
I don't even want to
all the fangs.
I saw something on Twitter that was like the ads that are on Truth Social. It was like My Pillow guy had some other crazy products and shit. It's like diet pills.
Oh, it's
like
just Alex Jones.
Yeah.
My dad made an Elon Musk Twitter joke the other day.
Interesting.
Which is maybe a sign. I don't even really remember it, but he said,
that's how you know Twitter's going to
we were sitting up in the curling club, you know, as you do, me and my friends that are all 55 plus years old. And you know, you're just creating conversation. My dad was like, I'm going to have to throw that. I think you're talking to me. He's like, going to throw that out on Twitter or will Musk let you? And I was like, okay.
Will Musk let you? I hope he doesn't start getting involved in the hockey sphere.
It was something like that.
So
I get people are talking about Twitter that
yesterday when they
exactly. Twitter is a hot button topic.
when they opened up Twitter Blue yesterday in Canada, I was one of the people that jumped in just because I wanted to see what it was like. And have you guys looked or heard about the features that I get that you plebs do not have?
Don't you have a new font you can tweet in?
You can delay the post from when you hit send to when it appears. So
that one was really weird to me because it defaults to being on and you have a 60-second delay on your tweets on, and I was getting really mad at first because I didn't understand why it was going on.
You can think about what you just said and said, "Ooh, should I delete it or edit it?"
Don't hit tweet then, you
Well, I know.
$8 a month king.
It's for the non-real-time thinkers. Well, never mind. I want to say it.
I could also do 1080p videos up to 10 minutes now.
Is there ads? So you can get a cut of?
That's a nice feature. Well, for the nation, nice. That's a nice feature.
Is there ads?
So essentially, so I have seen I think one total, very few ads. I don't really see ads anymore.
Oh no, I mean on the video. Like if you upload a video, is there ads on your video?
Well, so there's a tab here that says coming soon monetization. And that's what I'm really interested in because it just says when I click on it, it just says coming soon will be options for content creators like yourself to monetize your platform.
This is where
So that'll be interesting. So could you potentially insert your own pre-rolls into your videos? Maybe, I don't know. But there could be options for monetization for sites like the Nation Network.
If anybody can make an everything app that allows you to pay for shit and do have a bunch of utility that normally wouldn't come about, it already has to be something big. It can't be from zero, I think. Having Elon having Twitter in its current state, he could make it into a WeChat. And if suddenly you're paying for shit and doing other stuff with it, he takes it public at 500 billion, bought it for 45, takes that money. You know what he's going to spend it on? Horse races, because he's an incurable addict
on Mars.
Yeah.
But think about this. He was part of PayPal.
Yeah, man.
He is now part of Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter Pay.
There you go. Well, yeah. Dogecoin. Make all the payments on Twitter, Dogecoin. That's why Dogecoin tripled in price. That's what people thought was going to happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All his Doge enthusiasts are like, he'll do something with it. And it went from like 0.05 to 0.15.
One of the other funny features on Twitter Blue is there's a tab that I see that is not on normal Twitter called Top Articles. So if I click on there, I can see what people I follow are clicking on or sharing.
So stop watching porn. If you are clicking porn Twitter links,
old Bag Milk's gonna know.
Yeah. Oh, PI Bag Milk. He knows all your dirty laundry.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I know that the fine folks at Daily Face Off, they're talking about, tweeting about, and clicking on a article about Andrei Kuzmenko written by Stephen Ellis.
As they should be.
So I just think that's interesting. It's like I've got a little window of creepiness that I can follow and see what you guys are up to.
Bag Milk knows.
Bag Milk knows.
Bag Milk knows. So is it worth $8 a month yet?
I mean, here's the thing that I thought about it because a bunch of people made fun of me yesterday for spending $8 on Twitter Blue, which I get. I totally understand it. But at the same point, I've spent $8 on so many things that are dumber than this that
you can't even get a beer for $8 at Rogers.
Yeah. So like probably worth $8. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, we'll see. We'll see.
But then you think about $100 a year.
Crippling.
You're going to put that down, more than that down on the Oilers Hurricanes.
I don't need Twitter because I have Oilers Plus, and that is the only app I need. I just need an iPhone and Oilers Plus, and I don't need nothing else. And that's only how much? Exactly.
$9 a month, $9.99 a month.
Same price as Twitter.
Something like that.
Why would I want to tweet when I could watch?
I was talking about the boys. Like Zach bought it, Quads bought it yesterday, but then Coombsy was just like, I'm not going to buy Twitter, but what I did buy is YouTube Premium. And then he was trying to sell me on YouTube Premium, so I might have to go buy that now. He says it's amazing. You can do a whole lot more on YouTube. He just basically what Coombsy told me is if you're an avid YouTube user,
yes,
you should have YouTube Premium.
Well, that's what YouTube wants you to think.
Well, Cam might be working for Sergey Brin. I have no idea.
Yeah, it may be actually Sergey Brin you're talking to posing as Cam.
It could be.
His long con is one additional YouTube Premium subscriber.
I got another great Coombsy Beer League story to tell you guys after we record. Don't forget it.
Oh, we can't air that out?
He's the best. Playing beer league hockey with Coombsy is one of my favorite things ever. Rock solid D-man. He did a video on Igor Ulanov the other day. He's our team's Igor Ulanov.
Interesting. Continue.
But he's just great. But that I wanted to get that out there before I forget about it. YouTube, forget. I'm not on YouTube enough. YouTube's like the generation just a hair below me, I think.
What?
Below, like younger?
I think so.
What are you talking about? No, man.
I watch a ton of YouTube.
I watch YouTube exclusively. The only time I'm not watching YouTube is if I'm watching Oilers hockey.
Really?
Yeah. Once you get going on it, it's so much better than TV, man.
Then you get lost in it for sure.
Anything you're interested in. If you're like, oh, I'm interested in the economic situation in farmer breakaway European republics, like you can watch Belarusian economic documentaries until your eyes bleed.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, Wanye, like ad-free YouTube? Because I know you're a guy that watches a lot of YouTube. Yeah. Is that worth $12 a month to you?
Probably, but I pride myself on never paying for shit. Like Clash of Clans, I paid for gems once and I still regret it. I still regret it. It's one of the top 5 regrets of my life.
I don't think you'll regret YouTube Premium.
I like doing things that would be way easier if I spent an incrementally small amount of money saying, not today, Clash of Clans. I'm going to wait and let the game naturally play itself out.
The reason I've been thinking about it, the YouTube Premium that is just that I watch a lot of YouTube and I don't know if it's specifically through my TV that it increases the amount of ads that I see, but I see a ton of ads on YouTube. And if I could just wipe those, that in itself might be worth $12 to me.
I like to keep the algorithm guessing though. And it's funny because like I watched so much content about China and like the whole situation over there. They started seeing Chinese TELUS ads on YouTube. I was like, I've tricked you again, algorithm.
Algorithm.
I assume that's the guy who makes all the decisions.
Algorithm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Algorithm.
Yeah.
Al Gore invented the internet and the algorithm.
Algorithm. Yeah. They named it after him, the algorithm.
Exactly.
After the internet's inventor, Al Gore. Yeah. The hip hop content on YouTube, Tyler.
Is it good?
Oh my God. I don't even know. Like No Jumper. You ever watch that show?
No, but I know what it is. Yeah.
It's very good. There's like hip hop on YouTube is very advanced. I used to read all the hip hop magazines. This is way better. You ever watch $1 Million Worth of Game?
Oh, yes. No. Those guys are good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a Barstool one.
Yeah.
It's a hip hop show. Really? Yeah. It's this guy, Gilly the Kid.
Gilly, yeah.
And then his buddy who was in jail for like 25 years.
Were they both in jail? Or the
well, Gilly was in off and on, but like his producer guy was like in jail for an extended period of time, got out, was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, how to make money. Yeah. He's like, you're going to be in this podcast with me. Yeah. So sometimes he'll get Jailhouse with him and you see on the show, you're like, damn, Gilly the Kid's guy is getting fucking murderous. That's a good show. There's a lot you'd like here, I'm sure. What do you sit down to watch CBS, like CSI New York? Is that how you get down?
There's no, I'm trying to think of what shows there are that bring me to cable because that I wouldn't stream.
The only show
I just think, Tyler, I bet you watch just tons of sports and that's why.
Well, like my work day ends at like 5 and then I watch hockey until 9 and then I do my topics for the next day. And then the next day I watch hockey till 9 unless there's a football game on.
I like to watch shows that as an elderly woman make me slightly titillated, but at the end of the episode, I feel safe.
That is why, like, the only show I watch on cable is I watch the new episode of Family Guy every Sunday. And it is like very exciting for me. Like I sit down with like a beer and some popcorn and I'm like, all right, new episode of Family Guy.
No, I want like a doctor show at a hospital. But
the good doctor.
Yeah, there's a new doctor and he's got a wild look in his eye. I don't know, as an elderly woman, how I feel about this. It's so funny
on cable, the rinse and repeat, the amount of hospital shows, the amount of firefighting and police shows. Yep. They just keep coming out. It's the same show with
telling
a different
you the same medication.
And Jimmy Smits isn't in all of them for some reason.
And I have a friend and she loves those. She loves just hospital, doctor, firefighter shows. And I'm like, are the storylines not just the same across the board? Like, how are they that compelling?
I read a thing that said that the American pharmacology and like industry is 70% of television ads. 70% of TV ads are for drugs.
Yeah, because it's older people that watch television.
Exactly.
And they've got something
and
that
they have the money to like with sports betting, bullying people out.
It's brutal. Yeah, it's so true.
We'll sell grandma her non-screaming pills.
Any pills, like
those things are so predatory too. Because it's like, are you tired? Are you hungry?
Are your eyelashes blinking
right now? Yeah. And you're just like, well, yes, I'm all of those things. And then it's like, well, you need this thing. And then you see people on a horse riding on the beach for some fucking reason. You're like, well, I want to ride on a horse on the beach. Like, that sounds really good. I don't understand how American TV allows those on TV.
That's like almost the exclusive industry now because of money. They need money. CBS is like money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are 2 countries in the world that you have bail bondsmen. Did you know that? That's it. Burkina Faso and the U.S. where you can post bail to get out.
They have that type of order in Burkina Faso?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Bail bondsman isn't like paying a bail to get out of prisons only in 2 countries in the world.
It's good business.
You know where I learned that? YouTube. You Chuck? YouTube.
Fair.
You know who else I watch on YouTube? I watch Tyler Yaremchuk on Oilers Nation every day.
Hell yeah. And Jay Downton.
Only on game days.
Only on game days.
Today was a good episode.
Yeah,
At least I felt good. I was finally in a good headspace.
Yeah, today was pretty solid.
Last episode, I went on this big rant about how we always play badly in front of Jack Campbell. And it was Stuart Skinner, in fact, in net that game.
Yeah. That wasn't great. Kind of ruined our credibility as a duo.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
It's life, bro. It's life. It was a bad look that day. I really dragged Tyler down.
Bag Milk, do you like the additions we made to the new studio? We got a shelf. We got this.
I did. I've been looking for the shelf. I see the lighting. I see my Nugent Hopkins jersey is still there, looking great.
Yeah, it's.
I see
with
Wayne
every
behind
day, it's
Tyler.
becoming less and less yours. Just so you know.
Well, I was supposed to. Ronnie told me she was getting me a frame. This was quite some time ago now, and I see no frame around that
Can we
beautiful
get frames
thing.
for our jerseys that we got too?
Yeah.
Like the Connor and the Leon and stuff like that? Those would look cool framed.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting one of the Connor ones framed. I'll do a Leon, and then the other 2 we have for giveaways. One of which, 2 of which.
Ooh.
Well, we got 2. We have so many things to talk about. There's a lot going on in our world right
let's
now.
get caught up
In terms of the lifestyle of the nation.
Yeah.
And in Edmonton specifically. Yesterday we announced our Next Nation event on November 26th. It's a brunch party. We reached out to the Stelter family to see if they as we know that they're working on some things to raise some money for causes in the city in the name of Ben. And they jumped on board right away, and boom, Brunch for Ben was born. So we partnered up with Soho. So November 26th, Soho, I think it's a 10 a.m. game or 11 a.m. game. It's super early, but brunch parties always rule. It's for an amazing cause, special to all of us. And we got a lot of good stuff on the go there. We're going to have some good prizes to give away. We'll have a signed jersey to give away. That's the connection to this.
I'm going to do Oilers Nation every day live from Soho.
Oilers Nation every day live from Soho. So we're activating the event, and then, we're making it kid friendly, which is what always makes those brunch parties super cool.
Baby size shooters.
And also we're going to do a coloring contest.
Hey, really?
Yeah. Yeah. And if I was a kid going there with my dad, he'd probably do it for me.
Yeah.
To try to win.
Yeah. Do you condone cheating?
So, parents,
who's going to be the judge?
I should be the judge.
Who?
I'm an excellent colorer.
Okay. And that's great.
I will break some of the child's hearts.
Well, I know. Well, I think everyone's going to get a prize, but there's going to be a grander prize than the others for the one that really, stayed within the lines and really had good color selection.
Will Waz be allowed to enter the child's coloring contest?
I think we should. We should document it, and I have a feeling he probably won't win.
You're setting up for failure, Papa Bag Milk.
But I need to make sure that he's involved.
It's something we all want to see.
Hell yeah.
Wanya can enter via MS Paint.
Mm-hmm. I think coloring contests are cool.
The brunch party is going to be fun.
No, it's going to be fun. So it's just good to be getting back in the events season again. This one is a super special one because we were able to partner with the Stelter family, and brunch parties also just kind of rule. So stay tuned. We're going to be showing everyone gets a limited edition t-shirt with their ticket purchase. 100% of the proceeds of the tickets go to the charity of the Stelter family's choice. I think they're working on some things behind the scenes there, so that's exciting.
Yes. And
we'll launch the shirt design here shortly as we keep pushing the event, but tickets are moving. It's great to see everyone's reaction to this. So it'll be a good night or good day.
If you want to go, tickets are available at nationgear.ca. The game starts at 11 on that Saturday, but doors at Soho are opening at 10. So you can get there bright and early.
Starts.
Yep. Oilers Nation every day.
Doing an hour-long pregame show live from Soho's. You can come watch that be done as well.
Will your mustache be there?
Yes, I was just going to say you will get a chance to see my mustache in the flesh if I don't get shamed into shaving it before that.
Bye.
Just various people. The internet can be cruel. There's that. There was one time I thought about growing out my facial hair a little bit, and then my dad just looked at me one day and said, "Are you trying to grow a mustache?" And I was like, "That's enough. It's going off." Was off that night.
You gotta stand behind your mustache.
He's feeling threatened because he's the mustache man of the tribe.
No, it was very much like asking me that question because I was embarrassing the family. And, so I was gone that night. So like there might
a long line of thick Yaremchuk mustaches.
Yeah,
Here you are with
Just looking like a dipshit. Yeah, so like something might trigger me and it might come off at any moment. But until then.
All right, send everyone send your M Chuck some mustache love.
I don't know if that's what you think that means.
I might have to Urban Dictionary it, and I might be completely embarrassed. But for right now, I will lean in and double down. Mustache love for your M Chuck.
All right, sure.
In the meantime, Tyler will be giving mustache rides to everyone that attends the event.
Mustache love is what they called me in the roller derby circuit in the mid 80s.
Episode 427 of the Real Life Podcast, as always, brought to you by our friends at Oodle Noodle and DoorDash. Ding dong. Promo code GameDay25 gets you. Guess what? 25% off and no delivery fees on your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app. Hello, ding dong.
Hello, ding dong.
Hello, ding dong. Oh, Liam, you again.
Hello, mate. Ding dong.
That's down under Liam.
Yeah, it's down under Liam.
They'd call him Liam Z down there.
Liam Z.
They're not very bright with their nicknames down there.
To be fair, we're like a hockey show. And
Liam Z.
And hockey's like the worst nickname.
They call him Lemur in hockey.
Lemur.
Speaking of, just really quickly, speaking of Australians, there's a dude that leaves me messages on Better Late Than Never every week, and he is just gunned all the time. His name is Sam, and he's a huge Oilers fan. That he fell in love with the Oilers when they were really bad right before McDavid, and he's just followed them all the way through. And it's just really interesting to see the support, because he'll like send messages at the weirdest times. He's like, I just watched a replay of the game. I love how Oilers fans are just everywhere, and no matter where you are, you're committed to the cause, and I respect it. So shout out to Sam. You listen to this, by the way.
Does he listen?
Yeah, he listens to this.
Yep.
Good day, Sumsy.
He'll know what that means.
Oh, we think so. Where's he from? Is he from Brizzy?
I actually think he's on the other side. I think he's on Perth.
Perth.
Yeah.
Did you know that when the university ad games ended, the final thing on the scoreboard was "See you soon, Brisbane," because that's where it was after Edmonton.
Oh, that's cool.
I saw a photo of it the other day. See you soon, Brisbane. The guy who does the news chopper for Global has a book out about Edmonton called Edmonton from Above. Well, he's been in a fucking helicopter for God knows how long.
Yeah.
And his dad before him did a thing about Edmonton from Above as well. I'm like, that's cool. And they're like, you could get it off of Facebook, but it doesn't have a website. It's not on Amazon. I'm like, that's cool. And then I went and looked and I saw it, but it had this thing. See you soon, Brisbane. There you are. There's your plug. Guy who goes around in the helicopter. I wish I remembered the name. Well, it's Edmonton from Above. There you are.
Brizzy.
Heavy duty.
What do you got, Tyler?
Vander Kane, that wasn't good.
Yeah, that was actually
Can I ask
really
a question?
scary.
So obviously horrible. It was scary also, but like, can I just put this out there? It's like, could you Kucherov situation right now?
Buddy.
Y'all are crazy.
Well,
what?
Try and run it past Tyler your M check that says it's virtually impossible.
I don't understand what you're saying.
People on Twitter that's saying you can't defer his surgery. He needs to have it right away. I'm like, dude, he already got his surgery. Just lengthen the recovery.
What does this mean at Kucherov? You take him off the books for the year?
Until the playoffs.
Yeah, they delayed. So with Kucherov, they delayed his surgery, and he really could have come back sooner, and they just kind of pushed him till playoffs and then used his cap space.
So like if it's 4 months, the outer marker that the Oilers have given us, doesn't that like, what is my timeline there? Doesn't that bring us pretty close?
3 to 4 months is the timeline they gave.
Okay, so I'm operating 4 months.
So that means from the date of the injury, the 8th, December 8th, January 8th, February 8th at the earliest, March 8th at the latest. You really think the regular season doesn't end until April 13th. So you think this is going to go from a 4-month injury to almost a 5, getting close to 5.5 month injury.
Well, I need to do a conditioning stint in the last 2 weeks. Like I just don't understand the people that can't see the potential of this or want it to happen. You're the one telling me the Oilers are going to get Ryan O'Reilly
in this room.
He drops this bomb on me. He goes, yeah, Oilers are going to get Ryan O'Reilly. I'm like, you're just shitting on my Kucherov and Kane, and you're telling me we're going to get Ryan O'Reilly?
I didn't say the Oilers are going to get Ryan O'Reilly. I said, wouldn't that be an intriguing target?
Sure, it'd be an intriguing target if they got Sidney Crosby too.
Yeah, we should just go right for Sid. Why not get the stars?
But the O'Reilly thing is being talked about.
So is the Vander Kane Kucherov thing. there was way more people liking my tweet than not understanding it and looking at it very literally, being like, well, it says 3 to 4 months. I'm like, I know the facts of everything. I'm saying, let's take the opportunity to Kucherov this thing.
Can I tell you what's going to happen?
I need to ask you about this Ryan O'Reilly thing. I don't even understand how the beginning of the rumor starts. That guy's almost $8 million.
7.5. So if you gave up a first round pick and Warren Fogle,
third team, third team.
If you gave up a first round pick in Warren Fogle and St. Louis, in order to get that first round pick in Warren Fogle, said, Kate, we'll give a third round pick to another team to eat some money. The cap works.
And Bagmel, just hear me for a sec now, just to bolt onto that. What if you Kucherov Kane and get someone else on defense?
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at Puckpedia right now.
Why are you guys yelling at each other? Neither of you are authorized to make moves on behalf of the team.
But this is the game within the game. So that's why when you see that length of term, literally, Bagmilk brought it up on, we were having a chat and we're both like, Kucherov. Bagmilk gets it.
Yeah.
I think it was true. That was in our meeting yesterday.
Yeah, and we were both like Kucherov. And you're like, 3 months.
I just want
Ryan O'Reilly's going to be an Oiler by March.
Ryan O'Reilly, come on, no.
I'm going to write this shit
Riley
down when they get O'Reilly.
I fucking hope they do. That's what I'm saying. You can't tease me and say there is a higher chance that we can Kucherov Kane that we're going to get Ryan O'Reilly, because this is so early in the season. You're writing off St. Louis. You're writing them off
because they're dog shit.
That's what these big companies do, Jerry. They just write things off.
More likely that the Oilers pick up Riley Sheahan again than Ryan O'Reilly, in my opinion. No.
Or maybe they can get Morgan Riley. I heard they're getting Morgan Riley. I heard they're gonna give up.
They're getting Morgan
Vogel.
Freeman.
Morgan Freeman with that new documentary on Netflix. Very
present day Morgan. Very relaxed. Why would they have a guy in his mid-70s play hockey?
Is he mid-70s?
He's got to be.
Oh, he's been old for a long. He played Nelson Mandela 25 years ago.
True.
You guys are a little off.
He was already.
You guys are a little
85.
Off. Morgan Freeman, 85.
Morgan Freeman is 85.
He was probably 70 in Shawshank.
Good.
Yeah, he was old as Shawshank.
85 is the new George Burns. That's the name of this show. Morgan Freeman is 85 years old.
Didn't Sammy J. Davis Jr. live to be old, super old?
Yep.
Oh.
Wow, Morgan Freeman. He is the new Betty White.
He was born in 25, died in 90.
Morgan Freeman.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Okay, he is not.
That's only 65. Who did you just say?
Sammy Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis Jr.
He died at 65?
Born in 25, died in 90. Careful.
Oh, well.
He had one eye at the end.
That's my bag, baby. So anyways, Ryan O'Reilly is an Oiler. Go to sportscloset.ca and order your Ryan O'Reilly jersey today because Tyler Hemchuk told you so.
Yeah.
But don't even consider Kucheroving Kane. Don't even bring that shit into this pod. I don't want to, because it can't happen. It just can't happen.
I'm happy we're on the same page.
Go to evites.com.
It's absolutely impossible. It's funny the people that were coming out, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, guys. And one person was like, you got to put the human first. I'm like, holy cow. I'm like, he just had his surgery. He's now released that he's all good. So now let's talk about the go forward of this.
You know what? Because it's the fucking Oilers. What'll happen is they'll Kucherov them. And then over the summer, the NHL will be like, we've investigated the matter and we're stripping the Oilers of a second round pick.
Kucherov wore a shirt that said 19 million over the cap while hoisting the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, but you know how they like to fuck over the Oilers.
Well, I know, but it doesn't get that more obvious that there was a plot. And we're just a few days after November 5th, and that's a whole other plot that we could talk about with our boy Guy Fawkes. Anyways, V for Vendetta. I just watched it the other day, so it's in my head.
Okay.
So Tyler's supporting the Kucherov thing now, I think.
I would love it. Well, let me say that.
Well, but you can't poo-poo it. There is a chance to do it. It's a wrist injury. It's a deep laceration. It's tendons. It's all this shit. And why couldn't it take 4 more weeks to recover? Because it's
going to take rehab.
My wrist if he's medically cleared to play, then he has to play. Well, you know how you have to be medically cleared as well? You have to say you feel good. And the wrist feels good.
I did say that on another station every day.
So you know what? It doesn't feel good. I don't feel good, guys. I'm doing my
I have
thing
no
for
strength
the team.
in the wrist.
I'm also
Can't
playoff
shoot.
Daddy Kane. I'm going to come and get my 9 goals in 5 games. I'll just wait. Oh, and shit. Ryan O'Reilly's my center now? Whoa. Watch out, MFers. We coming. That's how it works. Tyler.
All right.
Tyler supports the idea.
Well,
That's
I
what
think
I
we
hear.
got him there. It took a lot of yelling, but we did.
Well, no, I don't want you to because you know what this is going to lead to is when they don't do it, because he's back in 3 months, which is how long it took Mikheyev to come back as well. So like that's a realistic
Different people.
timeline. When he's back in 3 months, we're going to have a bunch of the what kind of people on Twitter or Mastodon saying, oh, fucking Ken Holland couldn't find a way to keep him on LTIR. Fucking failure. This organization never gets out of their own way.
They're going to say it anyways.
What if the O's miss the playoffs? Because Kane's
You're going that route as we're talking about Kucheroving for a cup run, and you're going that route.
But here's the thing. The minute you make the Kucherov decision,
you're better.
you go get a player tomorrow. Why don't you go and get Jacob Chikrin? And then figure out the magic to unlock Ryan O'Reilly.
Also hurt. What if you went and got Chikrin, then Kucherov Chikrin, and then went and got O'Reilly?
But is Chikrin hurt or is Chikrin holding out?
You think Chikrin's just being a little
weird how he's leveraging his wrist injury as leverage to have Arizona trade him. Weird how these things can happen.
You are like full on tinfoil hat today.
No, man. You don't think that you don't think that this shit goes on behind the scenes? Didn't you watch that Untold about the ref? The NBA
Tim
ref?
Donahue or whatever?
That was fucked.
Whatever his name was, yeah.
There was like shit, like there's all this stuff going on, you know, the things.
Yeah, sure.
So, anyways.
All right. You got riled up there for a second.
I'm very passionate about the Edmonton Oilers.
And LTIR manipulation.
Oh, hey, listen, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Exactly.
As far as I see it. That's a fucking rule that the Tampa Bay Lightning have proven to be successful.
Yes, it
If
is.
you got the window, you fucking jump through it.
100%. 100%.
All right. All right. I got to give some love to our friends at AMA Travel. Are we teasing this bad boy?
You know what? Let's just drop it. It is live on the site. Well, it's ready to launch. We've got all the details. It's going to formally go out later this week.
Okay.
But let's just hit people with the details within the Nation Trust Tree. Nation Dan has worked with AMA to put together our next Nation vacation. So we got to shout out Nation Dan.
Are we calling it like Nation Vacation Luxury Edition or something?
It's very bougie. It's a bougie trip. It's a bougie trip, but and I've gone and priced it out after the fact, because we worked with AMA on this, we've got this in a really good place. It's a little bit more bougie, a little bit more expensive, but if you try
can't come unless you're verified on Twitter.
If you have to have $8 extra bucks. Well, actually, you know what? You buy the trip, you get a free month of Twitter verification.
Yeah.
Just so
we're working with AMA Travel. It's a trip to Toronto.
It's a trip to TO. You know what's hard to get in TO? Tickets to a Leafs game.
Huh.
Well, we've got not only tickets to a Leafs game, tickets to an Oilers versus Leafs game, and it's not tickets to sit in a seat. It is tickets to be in a box.
Woo! Pew, 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 pew.
We got the gondola box, I believe. Gondola box.
Gondola.
It's Adidas branded, I believe.
Oh,
it comes with free food. I got to pick from the fancy person menu.
You picked for everyone on the trip?
There was 4 options, and they're all the same except for
a vegan option or something.
Man, they all, I don't know. I'll have to show you, but I'm like, this one just kind of speaks to Albertans, I think. So if you don't like it, come at Tyler, because I definitely got his cosign on it.
If you don't like it, bully me about my mustache.
So November 10th to 12th, we're flying early morning to Toronto.
What month?
March. I said November 10th to 12th. So we're leaving today. So buy real quick. So March 10th to 12th. So it's a Friday to Sunday. Go to Toronto. Have a nice evening Friday night in Toronto. You can go check out a show. I don't know what their Broadway is called, but I know Hamilton is playing. You can go and see it, or go for a nice dinner, or go for lots of drinks. Lots of bars on King and Queen Street, as we've learned. So a lot of good times we had there. And then the next day, game day, hockey night in Canada, Oilers v Leafs. Scotiabank Arena.
Ryan O'Reilly in the lineup.
Gondola box.
Morgan Riley playing for the Oilers.
Trade deadline. Trade deadline.
Morgan Riley and Ryan O'Reilly are both Oilers. It's going to be very crazy and confusing.
Yep.
And we're going to watch the Oilers in Toronto, which it's a super tough thing to pull off. But thankfully, our friends at Playmaker are able to pull some strings for us to make this happen.
And the trip's going to include your ticket into the gondola box, your flight, your hotel.
And we're staying at the Fairmont Royal York, which is just 2 blocks away from the arena and also a few blocks away from a lot of great places.
You can't even look at the Fairmont Royal York unless you're verified on Twitter.
As soon as you walk in, your phone, all of a sudden, blue check mark appears.
Yeah.
We've all made it. I can't wait to walk in those doors. So we went kind of bougie, but it's because AMA Travel went to bat for us and got us a really good deal. So you'll check it out. You'll see it. It's not live on nationgear.ca just yet, but it will be live here shortly. Tomorrow, maybe today. I don't know, but it's coming.
It's coming. And as a listener of Real Life, you got it first.
You got it first. Yeah. Loyal listener of Real Life. We want to be loyal to you. Yep. You get all the breaking news.
All right.
Any reviews, your M Chuck?
Yeah, we do have reviews. I'll fire those up right now. I also wanted to plug the new Nation Gear. We have a new drop. Nation Gear just dropped.
Yep.
I want to rank the new items of clothing we have. A definitive list. At number 1, the blue and orange Hope Will Never Die hoodie.
That's like that.
That is my favorite piece of clothing.
I like the new font of that one.
Number 2, the black Play La Bamba t-shirt. Beautiful. That is number 2 on my list. Okay. Number 3, the new Oily Boys shirt. I think that's hilarious. I didn't like the Oily Boys designs in the past, but I love this one.
Okay. It's very oily.
How dare you? Cam designed that.
And
I liked Cam's original design.
Number 4, I'll go with the Nation flannel.
Oh,
that gets number 4 on my list.
For that not to be number 1.
Well, I'm a tough grader.
Not a flannel guy.
And number 5.
Tyler, wait till you see my fit though. Tomorrow when I walk in with the flannel on over a gray hoodie, looking real sharp, it's gonna look nice. You're gonna be jealous. I'm gonna bump that ranking up.
Hell yeah.
That's my ranking. You can rank for yourself. Nationgear.ca and look for the very bougie Toronto trip brought to you by friends or partnered with our friends at AMA Travel. Yes, Wanye, we have new reviews. I'm excited.
And stay tuned for the Black Friday that's coming at the end of the month.
Yes, our Black Friday stuff's always sick. We're going to get to the reviews, but first we're going to pause for an ad. Bye. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back. Out of breath. All right.
Did you go somewhere during the ad?
You ran like 2Ks during that break.
It was a long break. All right. Ski Bum 1230 left a review.
Living the dream.
Titled it Coach's Corner with Frank Saravalli. Hilarious. In my last review, which I won Oodle Noodle, I might add, I wish that Wanye and Chalmers attended the show more. That's a lesson in being careful what you wish for. While Wanye is still one of the funniest people I've ever heard speak, I've come to learn I loathe some of his interests. I cannot comprehend how someone could dislike NFL football, yet care about so many stupid celebrities.
Interesting. I welcome this criticism. Go on.
Wayne, he said Wayne there.
That's fine.
No one has ever or will ever care about T Grizzly. Despite that, I still really like Wayne. Or Wanye. That one was Wanye.
Oh, good.
When he ain't talking about celebrities that no one cares about. Chalmers has grifted the podcast, but is still the best member. Jay pisses me off less now to the point I kind of like him.
Oh, hey, I'll take that.
Kyler Hamchunk is good as always.
Kyler.
Bagged Milk is the Matt Hendricks of the podcast, the glue guy. Great podcast, but please no more E-list celebrity talk. I'd rather take a Zdeno Chara slap shot to the nuts than hear about some no-name mediocre rapper.
Listen to me, Ski Bomb 69. The story was about how T Grizzly makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on Twitch, thereby proving he's popular. The rest of it is valid.
As we learned from a Smothers Brothers conversation a few episodes ago.
What's that?
As we learned from a Smothers Brothers conversation, making bank ain't that easy, you know?
Oh, man.
I bet
Shout out to T Grizzly.
Fan.
12 divorces later, you don't have the fortune your brother has. It's not your fault. Fair enough, man. You know what? I wouldn't listen to this podcast if I'm being honest. Not with all the options on OnlyFans.
You don't care about NFL football, but who's the backup quarterback for the Green Bay Packers?
Oh, it's like
on.
Jordan Love or something.
Yeah, do you think it's time for him to take over?
I think it might be time.
Yeah, there you go.
That's an unpopular take.
Yeah, see?
I'm learning about NFL, and it is, I know that you judge everything I fucking say to you.
No, I actually didn't judge that at all. I saw that and I was like, next real life, I'm going to ask Wanya who the backup QB is.
Well, Aaron Rodgers isn't all he's cracked up to be.
No, he's not.
He came to work looking like Con Air to start training camp, and it's gone straight into the toilet.
Yeah.
Sean GH left a review. Sean GH 2000, 5 stars for real life. I remember getting a letter and stickers. End of review. Okay.
Oh, wow. That's old school.
How about the account name on this one? Mac Reviews Podcast sometimes.
Okay.
Podcast, not plural, just podcast. 5 stars. Who says no? Hey, boys, I smoked some grass and thought of an interesting trade proposal for you guys.
Grass. Okay, that's a cop talking. Let's just start. No one calls weed grass except for undercover feds online. Continue.
Who would say no in a trade between the Oilers and Sharks with Tyson Barrie, Jesse Puljujarvi, and a 2023 first-round pick going in exchange for Erik Karlsson at 50% retained? Sharks would have to add another player, making around $1.3 million to make the cap work on their end as well. I think Karlsson has shown this season he's back to his elite offensive self and would be dynamite on this Oilers lineup / power play. He would likely be willing to waive his NMC to leave San Jose for a contender, as he is 32 and at the peak of his career. Obviously doesn't solve our defensive issues, but similar to a Patrick Kane trade, would be extremely entertaining and make an already top 3 offense in the league the best by far.
I would rather watch Yaremchuk and Jay come to blows over cap manipulation than evaluate your trade proposal, sir. You have not found a hole in the matrix that would suddenly fix our woes. And even if we could somehow approve it, we aren't authorized to make trades. Thank you for the review.
So wait a minute. We got
How did Karlsson come to life as
Karlsson and Barrie? Or we traded
the
Barrie?
home opener, and all of a sudden he's scored the most goals to start a year since 1932 for a defenseman.
Did it all with a snooze in his mouth. Gotta respect it.
Swedes love their snus.
Yeah.
Did his Achilles heel injury just finally rehab, or is he?
Oh, he was good right after.
Terrible as recently as last year.
Yeah.
The minute he went to San Jose, it kind of just
It's because Burns left, and now he has more PP time,
could be. Yeah, it could be.
or maybe he cares suddenly.
Yeah, well, he went through a lot of personal stuff too. So
Crazy shit was it Matt Hoffman's wife online?
Michael.
Yeah.
It was. They got
What was
weird.
that all about?
That was a weird timeline in the NHL.
Ryan
Remember when
Reynolds
those?
needs to get the Senators fucking fixed.
Then remember when?
he will.
I know he will.
Remember when, like, it was right
Was
around then too, the Senators players all got caught in that Uber being like,
Yeah.
fuck, our assistant coaches are dipshit.
And Eugene Melnick, rest in power, was caught at the casino gambling, trying to make money for a free agent signing.
What?
There was a marker at the Rideau Casino or something. You had to go back and clean up. I'm sure of it.
Didn't somebody get lit on fire at like a backyard barbecue or something like that too?
that's Cody Ceci.
Oh, fuck. What a tie-in.
I think Cody Ceci was like at a party where someone threw a propane tank in a bonfire and like people got seriously injured.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
There was basically nothing but negatives around the Sens for 10 years. And now they might have Ryan Reynolds as a new owner. And Ryan Reynolds has Gary Bettman saying the phrase sugar daddy on TV.
You know what's crazy is we debate the most minute things about hockey. And no one ever talks about how Kirill Kaprizov basically had to be like secreted out of Russia by the Navy SEALs. And they're just like, let's never speak of it again. And then suddenly he's just playing again.
Yeah.
Like, how is that something that no one's talked about since it happened? Just like, let's talk about the skates of Alexander Ovechkin being yellow, the laces.
What does Panarin do? Because Panarin's been obviously very critical of Putin.
Has he?
Where they tried to smear him last season or 2 seasons ago. They tried to.
Does he just not leave the U.S.?
I'm wondering if he doesn't leave the U.S. I wouldn't. I'm wondering where his family is too.
Going back to Ryan Reynolds for a second, I'm looking at celebrity net worth right now, and our boy's got some dough, but he doesn't have NHL team owner dough. So I'm really
what's he worth according to
150?
150. So I'd love to know who else he's got. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Who
he'll
else
have
is in
some
his
private equity
Bridge
company.
Capital or somebody?
And he
Some
bought-
Illuminati private equity company that wants him to be the face of it. They want Deadpool to be the face of it.
And I think that even if it was just like a billionaire, like if I was a billionaire and I was going to go buy a sports team, I wouldn't want to be the one who like Eugene did have to like take a bunch of shit and like all that. I'd be like, hey, Ryan Reynolds, You do all the press conferences.
Exactly.
You do all the events.
Exactly.
I'm going to go sit in wherever warm country I live in. I'll watch the games on PVR the next morning. You have fun doing all that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't announced within a week. He is on a press run for this.
Oh, yeah.
He
He went on
But they expect
Fallon.
multiple bids.
The next
It's
time he went to
moving
the
fast.
game, when he says he needs a sugar mama daddy, that's setting the stage for a dramatic reveal.
Yeah.
He knows
You know?
what he's doing. He's a smart guy.
He's a very smart guy.
How about
He
this-
would Kucherov Kane.
How about the
Oh,
Senators
100%.
retiring Chris Neal's number?
retire
I think
somebody.
they should. I think they should. He was how long? He was a long-serving warrior for them.
3 Senators to ever play over 1,000 games. He only ever put up 250 points.
Yeah, but he wasn't like I guess like he wasn't a point guy, but he was a character guy.
Still,
I guess like if you look at the Raptors of the Oilers, but like we had so many like high-producing Oilers that you can't.
but
You're
it
not
should be
gonna
like
have-
the ultimate honor. Frank's thing was it feels like they're just doing this because they're like, fuck, got to make some money. Auto sellout if we retire a number. Let's pick someone.
No.
Well, didn't they just
Why didn't
retire
they-
Elfies?
like-
It's Elfie's Hall of Fame
Yeah.
induction week
Look,
or whatever.
When is Alexander Dag night? You fucking bastards.
Well, right.
Raise his number to the rafters, you
Randy
cowards.
Cunningworth. Oh, actually, who they
Randy
had?
Cunningworth.
They had Brad Marsh, didn't they? Had a put his no helmet.
Radek
jersey up.
Bonk night?
Right. Bonk.
You retire Radek Bonk? Sell out. His kid's in the NHL.
Really?
Yeah. Radek Bonk's kid is in the NHL. Your M-Chuck? I'm waiting for the answer to be yes, because I know it's
Is his last name Bonk?
Yeah.
Son Oliver Bonk.
Uh-huh.
Go on.
Ollie Bonk.
Why are you reading the screen like it's electrocuting your eyes right now?
Because
Just
I'm
Do you
very-
need glasses?
No, I don't need glasses.
Blue light.
Where's Oliver Bonk?
Playing for London
Oh, then
in
it's
the
his
OHL.
OHL? Oh, then that's where it was.
Yeah.
OHL.
Has he been drafted yet?
And he's Canadian nationality.
Yeah, Canadian.
If he's got half the turtleneck his dad had in that one team photo. That's all I remember about
He
Randy
is
Boulet.
ranked as the 32nd prospect for the upcoming draft by TSN's Craig Button.
Well, I was pretty much right, I would say. Wouldn't you, given all the chances? Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Oh, very cute. I see. Tyler just randomly pulled up his text chat.
My
with him and
messages
his
opened up
missus.
because we're recording this on my laptop. And Amber sent me a bunch of cats.
Is that
Are you
sex
getting
stuff
a
in your
cat?
house? What is this?
She sent me just a bunch of pictures of cats.
Is it sex
No,
stuff?
she knows we're not getting a cat. She knows it makes me very mad when she looks for cats and will
Nice.
send them to me. So now she asks.
Do you have this sort of contentious relationship that you and Amber and you and Jay have with everybody in your life?
Pretty much.
Where you're
I'm
just
a very
ultra high strung
contentious
and ready to
person.
come to blows with anybody you know at any moment?
I am more or less always stressed.
Yeah.
So
You
that's
should have
just
saw
me.
how stressed he was before Oilers Nation every day because there's a camera issue.
I said to Ramjack today in passing, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "I have intense anxiety before bed every night." That was his answer to me.
You asked
Me,
how I
in polite
you just asked
conversation.
how I live.
How are you doing, Tyler? I have a lot of intense anxiety before bed. Was his answer? That's not good.
No, that's a good
That's
way
what
to
you
live.
reply with.
It's a Chuck way.
The Western world, you could be on fire. Someone says, "Hey, how you doing?" You go, "Yeah, things are great." You walking on fire down the street.
No, we had like a 20-minute conversation leading up to that.
That's fair.
So I felt like it was at the point where it wasn't like if you had just stopped me downstairs in the bakery, like, hey, you're Ramchick, how's it going? I wouldn't have been like,
I have intense anxiety.
my head's gonna explode. Good to see you though. I don't just like start with that with strangers.
Can I get a brioche?
Like, in all honesty,
Yeah.
if you need to talk, man, just like we're here.
Yeah, but you're right. I was well. Okay, so Oilers Nation every day started 4 minutes late today. That's the equivalent of the episode. not fucking going out today.
That is
Yeah.
death.
And I'm sitting here panicking because for some reason the camera isn't being read by the computer. I'm freaking out, and Jay just keeps sitting there on his phone, being like, "You think money line tonight? Money line?"
Well, then I'm talking about the Leaf show.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're
we
like-
gotta get on. How do we get on Facebook? What's on Facebook? What should I do?
And then you look
I
at
can't
me-
talk about this right now.
You look at me with that fucking smirk, and you go, "Bad time to bring this up."
And then Liam laughs, and I'm like, "Oh, I've got an audience, Liam. How can we get the Leafs morning take up onto Facebook?" He's like, I can't think right now. I'm doing this," and I'm like, "I guess I'm talking to myself."
I've got an audience. Somebody laughed at my joke.
Yeah,
Bad time? Like, yeah, kinda.
Tyler was freaking out. It's funny.
I was.
And I was also doing all this on purpose, by the way.
I watched an episode of the 59th minute or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I did not understand most of what they were talking about. I'm like, I know Liam, but that's about it. And it's funny watching something where you don't know the sport. 'Cause you're just like, can you believe Davies and the Big Blues? Can you believe how it went down? And I'm like, I have no frame of reference for what they're talking about at all. And who's Davies? And which team do they call Big Blue? Because everything's slang, like how we talk about it.
Yeah.
But it's just not my sport.
Yeah.
I am
big
excited
blue
for the
is
World
Man
Cup.
City.
I made that up. There's no Davies and there is no big blue.
Well, Alfonso Davies is a real.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
But
legit.
that wasn't actually anything they said. I was just
Canada's-
making up shit.
Well, I at some point they would talk about it because of his injury, but good news that
Hamstring, but it's not going to affect the World Cup.
yeah, they think just a couple weeks of rehab.
How's that grab your rim check? I know everything.
Do not Kucherov Alfonso Davies. This
No,
is where
get that.
don't do
get that
it.
dude in the lineup.
Do you think he got that hamstring injury because he wasn't playing for a long time?
He was playing.
I thought he had to take a bunch of time off for mitochondritis.
No, and then he came back, and then didn't he get conkied?
Yeah, he got kicked in the head.
You got kicked in the head.
Then he got conkied,
But he didn't play for a while.
and then he came back. Yeah, he could. Yeah.
Never want to see a hamstring injury.
Well, check out the 90th minute during World Cup because they are crushing content. Our studio in just across the hall here is now turned into a soccer studio.
Yep.
So they're gearing up for the World Cup.
You know who should play for PSG, Yaremchuk? Gizmo.
Like Gizmo Williams.
Yeah, remember how fast he was?
You could do a flip after he
Yeah, that would be soccer.
Tyreek Hill should play soccer.
Who's that?
He's a football player.
Oh.
But fat, but very Gizmo-esque. Like scored a touchdown, did like some crazy gymnastic maneuver.
That big tall Dane's keeping it up, eh? He is like keeping it up.
Erling Haaland, man. He is the Connor McDavid of soccer at the moment.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's an absolute beast.
Yeah.
He's just so big and fucking tall.
I'm getting ready for our senior leadership meeting with Playmaker for next week. And you have to do highlights, lowlights, and all this stuff. And I'd be remiss to not put Connor McDavid is on an absolute heater.
The highlight
to
of the
start
company is
season
the play of Connor.
as part of a highlight. So
53 points between him and Leon in 13 games.
They have more goals combined than the St. Louis Blues. So
who's trading Ryan Riley apparently? Like
O'Reilly.
How
Did
come
I
the
say
St.
Ryan-
Louis
I said Ryan
Blues
Riley?
didn't make a harder push to sign Martin St. Louis? Wouldn't it just have been a natural merchandising gold mine to have St. Louis jerseys?
Oh yeah. Sorry, for
Wouldn't-
some reason I thought
wouldn't
you
you
said
want
Martin.
one?
For some reason I thought you said Martin Broder, and I was
Martin
like,
Broder.
too busy with the Enterprise commercials.
Well,
Can't do
now
it.
he's
and he did sign with them.
Yeah, I thought he signed with the Devils.
He played. He
Oh,
signed.
he played with the Blues, but recently he just signed on to a different role with the Devils. Anyways, we're getting off topic.
You know what? That has nothing to do with Martin St. Louis playing for the St. Louis Blues. That's
Like when
the St. Louis.
remember when-
that's just gibberish. You're
But like, remember when Vernon Fiddler played for the Preds? Like that was unreal.
That's great.
Vernon Fiddler played for the Predators.
Fiddler.
And
Nashville.
I'm trying to like piece this on my Predator, Fiddler.
Nashville Fiddler.
Theory deer. I suppose that's also.
Okay, well, yeah, it goes both ways, I guess.
Remember when that guy Tony Dahmer played for the Nashville Predators?
Predator.
Oh, yeah, Tony Dahmer played for the Cincinnati Cannibals.
Oh, top team.
Anyways, Connor McDavid is basically scoring every game. The sports books are still giving you plus money on him to
Take
score
it.
on any given night.
Take
Just take
it.
it. Just take
Do you
it.
want to know my favorite bet
Sure.
on Betway? Because they've got those pre-built bets on
Yeah.
Betway. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl to score at plus 300. I've hit it, I think, 3 of the last 4. It's money in your jeans.
They might take it down because it's just paying.
Yeah.
It is
Betway's gonna
paying,
end their
and
partnership
I
with
love
us.
it.
They're gonna be like, no more money.
Stop suggesting so many juicy winners.
You guys found the hole in the matrix.
That's how I off brand a little bit, but that's how I got my first ever like referral code deal with the sports book. Is because I tweeted out like, Oilers are winning. They shouldn't be underdogs. Do this and this and the same game parlays on this site and it'll hit. And then they're like,
And then a loss, they're like,
No.
we need to work with you.
it got hit and their rep sent me a screenshot of his text with like his higher ups. And he was like, look at this. And they were like, how did so many people in Edmonton create accounts yesterday? And it's because I tweeted that and then I ended up getting
Really?
Yeah.
Aren't you
And so betting on the Oilers was a good career move. That's what I always say.
Can you send traffic to Bag Milk's OnlyFans channel?
Absolutely.
Yeah, please. A lot of feed picks up there.
Anyways, I like Bag Milk. My favorite bet is Betway pre-built bet. McDavid 2+ points. Oilers money line plus 250. Forget about it. Oilers reverse puck line plus 300. Forget about it.
What did that gambling company send you? A promo code
Yeah.
with money attached? Money?
Cold hard cash
Really?
that I then lost.
Damn it! Of course.
Betting Oilers.
They're
betting
paying you
Oilers
to
puck
deal
line.
crack
The
in crack.
system works. Well, you can't bet the Oilers every game, but I definitely want to bet the Oilers every game.
Speaking of money, right now, Wanya, you'll appreciate this. Elon Musk is holding an all hands with Twitter employees. So I'm reading the transcription, and he just told everyone that bankruptcy is not out of the question. This company does not have much run rate left.
The best.
To Mastodon.
The best.
All right. Before we get to the wrapping up stages of this podcast, got to give some love to the FIS Snowboard Big Air World Cup presented by
Mastodon.
Toyota. Coming to Edmonton on December 10th. Tickets are already on sale at Ticketmaster, so you can go find them. Shout out to Explore Edmonton. Shout out to Toyota. Shout out to the FIS Snowboard Big Air World Cup. Some of the best snowboarders in the world, damn it. They're coming here. Commonwealth, just up the road from where we are. And it'll be electric.
I'm taking you on a date, Tyler. We might even stop in at Tony's Pizza Palace before the event.
Mm-hmm. In the
really
Alfa
nice.
Romeo.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Always in the Alfa Romeo.
I'm excited about 5 o'clock tonight. Bagged milk. We've been loving these early starts.
Oh, it's excellent. I feel for everybody that has a grown-up job though, and they have to commute home from like an office or something. But for me, I'll be sitting down. I'm gonna have maybe a glass of red wine tonight. Watch the Oilers.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe make a pasta. Have a little evening for myself.
I'm doing pasta tonight as well.
Pasta and wine. That's living, buddy.
It's living good. Living good. What do you feel about tonight's game though, Tyler? I'm nervous about it.
Well, so the issue is, watch the chords, Jay. The issue is when the Oilers are expected to win, they lose. When they're expected to lose, they win. So I'm expecting a win tonight. So therefore, I should be expecting a loss.
And I'm the complete. I was expecting a loss against Washington, and I got a loss. I was expecting a loss against Tampa Bay. We got a win. Now,
but you were only expecting a loss against Washington because you should have been expecting a win.
Well, that's right. But I've been fooled before, and you can't trick me this many times.
So do you think
I've loved the Oilers my whole life? But this one, I don't know.
I mean,
they tend to elevate against
Piotr Kachkev in that. Come on, they got to get to him.
Yeah, but you know what that means is they got a backup that nobody's ever heard of. He's going to stand on his head like a fucking Vezina candidate.
He's never lost in the regular season. He's 3-0.
There you go.
I try to broaden your horizons for celebrities. And Ski Bum has the audacity to claim that a 7-figure Twitch gamer, also rapper T Grizzly, no one cares about, quote unquote. You don't care about it, Ski Bum 69.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of it.
That's the end of it. That's the end of the show. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the end of the podcast, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back on Monday because that's when we do the show. Yeah. Okay. Well, see ya.